Good day everybody. So today I'm going to be showing you how I made this candle animation on Adobe Animate CC. If you find this video helpful, please like, share, comment and follow. So first thing we're going to be doing is we need to change the color of the background. So just head on to your property menu, stage, and change the background to black. The next thing we're going to be doing is to select the rectangle tool, delete the fill and change the stroke color to gray, a light gray color. Next, we're going to increase the stroke size to about 9 or 12, depending on how you want it to look. Draw your rectangle down to the bottom. We're going to increase the stroke size to 15 to make it look more thick and refined. Select your free transform tool, go to the top of your rectangle, hold left click and drag till it looks like an arc. Select your line tool, draw a straight line just like I did in this video. Next, select your free transform tool and deform the line just like you did with the top of the rectangle. Make sure it sits perfectly to get your desired results. Next, we're going to delete any overlapping line. Just right click on it and press delete. Select the whole drawing and make sure it sits in the middle of your stage. The next thing we're going to be doing is to change the stage color to a dark gray. Just go to your properties, stage and change the color to dark gray. Next, select your line tool, change the color to black and draw a line for the tip of your candle. Next, select your pen bucket tool, change the color to white and fill the bottom half of your candle. And for the top part of your candle, we're going to fill it with a light gray color to give a shadow effect. Select your free transform tool, select the whole drawing, right click and convert to symbol. You can also do this by clicking F8. Next, we're going to rename the layer as candle. Then double click on the candle drawing to go into the candle symbol and rename the layer body. Next, we're going to create another layer inside the candle symbol and name it flames. Select the classic brush tool, give the fill a reddish yellow color and draw on the flames layer just like I did in the video. Next, we're going to expand the frames to frame 25. To do this, just go to frame 25, right click and insert frames. Next, we're going to insert the blank keyframe at frame 3. Just go to frame 3, right click and insert blank keyframe. Next, we're going to turn on our onion skin by clicking Alt plus Shift plus O so that we can see the previous frame. Then we're going to draw on frame 3 a little bit different from how we drew in frame 1. If you've noticed, we are drawing on 2. So just like we did in frame 1 and frame 3, we are going to draw in frame 5, 7 and so on till we get to the end. And one more thing you need to take note is that I'm drawing on 12 frames per second. So that's something you need to take note. And to know how many frames per second you're working on, just head on to your property menu and go to FPS. If it's not 12, you can change it to 12. Once you are done drawing, you can click on play to preview to make sure your animation looks perfect. If there's any mistake, you can go and fix it before coloring. Next, you select your pen bucket tool and fill the drawing just like I did in the video. So we are going to be filling frame 1, 3, 5 and so on and so forth. I'll skip the rest of this video to save time. Once again, click on play to preview your animation to make sure it looks perfect and there is no mistake. Create a new layer and name it Inner Flames. Select your classic brush tool and change the fill to a reddish orange color. Next, what you're going to do now is to draw on frame 1, 3 and so on your inner flame layer, same way you did on your flames layer. Make sure you follow what I'm doing in the video step by step so you don't miss any steps. Next, we're going to select our pen bucket tool and fill in the inner flame with color. Make sure there are no gaps in your drawing. If not, the pen bucket tool will not work. In case the pen bucket tool is not working, just zoom in to check for gaps. And once you've closed those gaps, it will work. Be sure to lock your flames layer and your body layer while drawing on your inner flames layer. And once you're done drawing, make sure you are still on your inner flames layer. Head on to your color effects, click on alpha and set the input to 72. Go to your filters panel, select blur, change the quality to high and set the x-axis and the blur y-axis to 18. Next, what you're going to do is to select the flames layer, go to filters, glow, change the quality to high, change the color to yellow, change the x-axis and the y-axis to 72 and reduce the strength. For the sake of this video, we're going to leave the strength at 53. You can increase or decrease to suit your spec. Click play to preview your videos to make sure everything is okay. Exit the symbol and increase the frames to frame 50. Just go to frame 50, right click and insert frames. And that's all for today about drawing a candle and animating it. You can modify your candle and add details to it to look more fine. But for today's tutorial, we're going to stop here. You can now export your animation. Thanks for watching. This is my first video on YouTube, so if you have any advice on how I can make these videos better, please leave it in the comment section. And if you have a friend who is interested in learning 2D animation, you can refer them to me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. See you in the next video.